Hi, ladies. My name is Tara, and this is my dear friend and partner, Dawn, here. And we are here to share some information that we are super excited about. That is a retreat, women's retreat, that we are hosting in March 2018. So we want to just take a couple minutes and share with you some details about it, to also let you kind of get familiar with us and who we are and our personalities. We would love to have women of all ages join our retreat. So a little background here. I'm going to introduce myself again. My name is Tara Fournier, and I am a yoga teacher. I am a mind-body wellness practitioner, and I'm specifically a life coach for women, teaching women how to empower themselves in their own living. I have led a few women's retreats, and I'm going to share a little bit more about that later after Dawn gives her introduction.
Hey everyone, so my name is Divita. I have been practicing yoga since '98, so working on 20 years, and it is a practice. So started teaching in 2003, and it's just snowballed. It's snowballed into me working from children ages 5 to, I think my oldest student right now is 86. And I absolutely love what I do. I teach from experience, and even though I'm 44 and in what I think amazing shape, I've also experienced some major aches and pains emotionally, physically, and mentally, and through that have had the opportunity to share with a lot of women how amazing when we allow that feeling to come through, that it is just a way to grow. So in my yoga practice, as well as in my teachings, want an earring? It's been a wonderful way for me to connect with women and children and the elders, and I love and look forward to working with everyone that joins us this March. Back to you, Ms. Tara.
Okay, thank you. So to give you a little brief history on Dawn and I and our relationship, I was temporarily living in my RV with my little family. We were doing some traveling, and I kept passing Dawn's studio and decided I wanted to go in there and offer me to the studio if they needed any help. And so I started teaching at Dawn's studio, and I taught there for 3 months until we left. And Dawn and I had an amazing connection together. And you know, ladies, when you meet some women in your life and you're like, oh goodness, I know that I'm meeting you for a much deeper purpose, and you just automatically connect with someone, you know that you're going to be friends with them. That is exactly how I felt with Dawn. And so when we traveled back, I live in Arizona. When we traveled back home, I reached out to her this past May because I kept hearing Spirit say, like, it's time to do a retreat. It's time to do another retreat. And like I said earlier, I've done a few women's retreats, and but they've always been local here in Arizona. And so I called Dawn up and I said, hey, let's talk about doing a retreat in Myrtle Beach. And she was like, yeah, let's talk about that. And, you know, Dawn and I together, like I said, we have this connection, and I feel this true sense of sisterhood with her. And together, she has such an amazing community there in Myrtle Beach, and I got to be and experience a part of that. And we have the same issues when we are working with women, because we're women and we experience them those issues too. And it's really about finding balance in our life. You know, as the years go by, I always put on my calendar how I'm going to find time for myself, because self-care is really a key ingredient to finding balance in your life. And yet, even if it's on my calendar, it doesn't end up happening. And so I've learned that from myself and from working with other women, how self-care is the key component to finding balance in your life. And Dawn has experienced some of that with her clients too.
Yeah, actually, over the last few years, so North Myrtle Beach is such a fantastic small community. And I've learned that some of the students walking in the doors, whether they just retired, like they retired from upstate New York or Maryland, and then they move themselves to the beach, and they're like, I don't know what to do. Like, my husband wants to do everything with me, and I don't know what to do with him. Right? Or I have these amazing moms who, for the first 9 years of having their children, they walk in for the first time going, I feel guilty taking a yoga class. So we have this constant pull of, I need to be taking care of something else, or I don't know where I am in my life. So when Tara, when you reached out to me, and I was like, there's something here, and it's called every chapter needs to be like almost like a reassessment. We have to figure out, where are we? Like, how do we define abundance? Like, what does abundance mean for me? Not for my husband or my kids, but for me, what does abundance mean? And then how do I find balance within that space? So yeah, I mean, that was just right off the bat. So it doesn't matter if you're on the West Coast or the East Coast, women everywhere in the world are having, because we are born innately to take care of other people. That's what we do. So this is just an awesome, awesome experience. We're totally at the beach in this amazing place to then take a time out from, because it's a retreat, right? I'm going to take a time out. Husband, I'm going away. Kids, mama's time, right? And I get to do me. I get to reassess, where am I in my chapter, define it, and then how do I actually create balance in that space, and then go back into life. Because you could do it as you retreat, right? Like I build this plan, and then I go home, and then poof, the plan goes away. Well, the one thing that I learned with working with you, Tara, is that, yeah, like, this is great work, because we both have different teachers and different trainings that we've been in, and the tools are there that we can help. It doesn't matter if you're 20 years old or 80 years old, we can figure out, okay, what will work for you when you go home to stay on track, so that number one, I'm taking care of me, and then number two, everybody else will be taken care of because I've taken care of myself.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I think, what I have found in working with women is that we are lacking time for self-care, and we are also lacking female relationships, like true time spent with female relationships. I know for myself, I get so caught up and I'm so busy that I have to schedule a phone call with a friend into my calendar because my life is so busy. And so being, a caretaker to my family, it's hard for us to give ourselves permission to take that breather, to reset. And so that's why Dawn and I have come together, because we feel that with our combined experience and education that we both have been through, and what we've worked with other women, that we can offer a very sound and grounded opportunity for you to be able to reconnect with yourself, to reconnect with what it really feels like to be surrounded and supported by other women, to be able to be vulnerable and share where you are in life without that fear of judgment. Of course, we have friends and we can share what we're feeling, but sometimes it's almost easier to tell women that you don't know what you're going through versus going to your friend or your mom or your sister or whomever. So that's another part, a really special part of going to any retreat is getting support and really feeling what it feels like to be in a sacred circle where you can trust and you can support, and then you can also be supported. And so that's what we want to provide. Finding balance is essential to living your life the way that you want to feeling like your cup is full. And the thing is that finding balance isn't something you do, on a monthly basis. It's something that you do every morning when you wake up. And that's why we want to do the retreat for the length of time that it is. And that's why it's an overnight retreat, because it takes time to integrate the information that we're going to be sharing. And when you leave, we will continue supporting you. We'll have a Facebook group that will be your community of women that you will meet and become friends with at this retreat. And we'll continue the support. Don and I will be there for you so that at the end of the retreat, you don't walk away and then feel like your life just goes right back into where it was. We will give you steps after the retreat to continuously integrate what you need to in your life, because that is where the challenge is. It's after. So
absolutely. It's really interesting that just in the last week with some of the one-on-ones that I work with individuals, I give them, I call it the prescription, right? So I work with them, I move away from them, and then I literally create a document and send it to them, and then that's their daily work. Because
that's awesome.
I feel like it's not just once a week or once a month, but understand that number one, I'm there, but number two, that this work, it has to be revisited on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. So, the whole saying, like, when life throws you a lemon, make lemonade. No, when life throws you a lemon, just recognize it's a freaking lemon. Right? Why do we have to make anything out of the lemon? When you're balanced and life throws you a lemon, right? Let's just say you blow out a tire. You just realize that your tire blew out. I got to call AAA. I got to call whoever. And yeah, you're going to react. Definitely. Who wouldn't? Because it does change maybe how the day flows. But your reaction isn't going to just create a tumbleweed of negativity throughout the entire day. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm really stoked is not only are we going to retreat and create this amazing supportive space, and but you're going to walk away with some amazing tools and connections. So mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Should I share with them for the teachers? Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right. So for those of you who are yoga teachers, so I've been teaching since 2003. And since 2003, I was actually pregnant at that time when I got my first certification. So I know the whole, the waves of being a parent at different stages and trying to be a good mom, a good wife, a good yoga teacher. So imagine this being the best way to kind of reconnect to why are you teaching? Why did you fall in love with yoga? And hopefully it's remembering the whole union part, right? Yoga means union or to unite. So reconnecting to all of that good stuff. So you will be able to get CEUs. So it's Yoga Alliance accredited, 10 practical hours, contact hours, as well as 8 for lifestyle ethics. And I'm really, really stoked about that because I've been in a situation where, holy cannoli, I thought I had all of my ducks in a row. And then now looking back at it, I was like, I wish I just had some other tools. So, 2003, what year are we in? 2017, have figured out some of those tools. So I'm really, really excited that this is an opportunity for the yoga teachers to actually, get those CEUs, but also being able to check in, am I actually taking what I learned in my studies and applying them in my life? Think of this as an opportunity where just yoga students, right? You could be a complete beginner, as well as the advanced students, all coming together for a common purpose and learning from each other. I think that is like the most beautiful thing in the world. So whether I am teaching my first graders or I'm teaching my chair yoga with my 86-year-old, they are my teachers. I step aside and understand that anybody in front of me is a teacher, and it's reciprocal. So it's going to be a fabulous, fabulous thing. And it's all up on Yoga Alliance's website, so you can check it out. You can actually look underneath my name, Dawn Divita. And yeah, super, super stoked. So I hope you guys join us.
So, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So I just wanted to reiterate how important it is that, you know, as a yoga teacher, we're always in that role of being the yoga teacher. It's nice to step back and be in the role of the student. So this retreat is for all women, whether you're a yoga teacher or not. You will be walking away feeling aha moments, feeling like you're ready to go back into your life, feeling grounded, feeling very consciously aware about where you are in your life and knowing what steps you need to make in order to, you know, continue or maybe create a new path for yourself. So I just wanted to throw in something about Dawn and I when we were talking about this retreat, and we came up with the title Abundant and Balanced. And just to give a little understanding of where that comes from, you know, we as women, we are doers, and we're, you know, we're working, we're parenting, we're wifing, we're caretaking. Wherever you are in your, you know, time in your life, you're doing something, you're taking care of something. And we can be abundant in doing whatever it is. So you could be abundant in your business. You could be abundant in having, you know, a loving family. But it's finding the balance in that abundance, because you could be very abundant over in this category of your life, but lacking over in this other category. And so the purpose of this retreat is finding that abundance in basically all categories of your life, finding the balance within all of that. So that's really kind of what this retreat is about, is not feeling like an area of your life is lacking something, especially the area of you taking time for you. You know, you'll be able to find that along with still being abundant in your life. So is there anything else you want to mention, Dawn?
No, I think it's real important that those of you who are local, go to Yoga NMB, like North Myrtle Beach, yoganmb.com, because we have some pretty cool events going on. So you can meet me and meet the other sisters in the community. And yeah, like we have a happy hour actually happening at the beach house, which is Friday, December 1st at 5:30. Again, it's open to anyone. And if you're a mom and you can't get a caretaker for your kids, bring your kids. The house is awesome. My kids will actually be there. Teenagers, so if you need a sitter, bring your kids and they'll sit. But take advantage of the fact that you live here, and come meet me. I'd love to meet you all. And if you have any questions, reach out to Tara and I, because yeah, if there's any kind of concern or question, reach out to us. Absolutely. But other than that, I think it's going to be amazing.
Awesome. So we'd like to direct you to take a look at our website for this retreat. You'll be able to see the house itself. This is a 5-star beach house that we're going to be having this retreat in. Local organic food that we have a chef that will be providing us each day. I mean, we've got some amazing things planned for you so that you literally can truly experience what a retreat feels like, not only on the outside, but on the inside, so that you don't have to worry about taking care of anything except yourself while you're here. So you can see that website at mdcretreats.com. And Dawn, we can put those links down down below. So we'll put the yoga NM, what is it? Yoga
NMB, like North Myrtle Beach.
In there you go. Check it out. We're really looking forward to seeing some women here at this retreat and, you know, sharing what we have to offer, and it's perfect timing.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, thank you ladies for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see you then.